Hi loves, it's Jenny Lynn, and today we're talking about one of the most overlooked parts of beauty completely, the scalp. Because honestly, a lot of people spend so much money trying to fix dull hair, thinning hair, oily roots, flat hair, or slow growth, while completely ignoring the actual environment the hair is growing from. Healthy hair starts at the scalp, and one of the oldest beauty methods that has quietly existed for generations is using salt water to help reset the scalp naturally. Now, before people panic when they hear the word salt, no, this is not about aggressively drying your hair out or scrubbing your scalp raw. The Japanese saltwater scalp method is about balance, circulation, cleansing buildup, and creating a healthier environment for the scalp itself. Sometimes the scalp becomes overloaded with oil, product buildup, dead skin, hard water minerals, sweat, inflammation, and even stress-related tension. And when the scalp isn't healthy, the hair usually reflects it. A lot of people don't realize your scalp is skin. It's an extension of your face. If your scalp is inflamed, clogged, tight, or imbalanced, it can affect volume, shine, hair fall, irritation, and even how quickly your hair becomes greasy. That's why some people wash their hair in the morning and by nighttime it already feels heavy again. Sometimes the scalp barrier itself is struggling. One thing I've noticed is that modern hair routines are often extremely overwhelming. 10 different products, constant dry shampoo, heavy oils, heat tools, silicones layered over silicones, and eventually the scalp stops breathing properly. The roots become weighed down, irritated, or coated. Sometimes what the scalp actually needs is a reset. The Japanese saltwater scalp method is incredibly simple. Traditionally, people would use mineral-rich sea salt mixed with warm water to gently stimulate the scalp and remove excess buildup while encouraging circulation. And the interesting thing is, when done correctly, many people notice their roots feel lighter, cleaner, fresher, and more lifted afterward. Here's how the method works. Start with a small bowl of lukewarm water, not hot. Hot water can stress the scalp and strip the skin barrier too aggressively. Then add a small amount of fine sea salt, about 1 teaspoon. You never want the mixture overly harsh or abrasive. Stir until mostly dissolved. Before applying anything, brush your hair gently first. This helps loosen buildup and distribute oils naturally through the hair. Then lightly dampen the scalp. Some people do this in the shower, others lean over the sink. Now using your fingertips, apply the salt water directly onto the scalp, especially around oily areas, the crown, and hairline. And this next part matters most. Massage gently. Don't scratch aggressively with your nails. Use soft, circular motions with the pads of your fingers. Imagine you're stimulating blood flow, not attacking the scalp. Massaging the scalp is one of the most underrated beauty habits ever. Your scalp holds an unbelievable amount of tension. Stress, anxiety, poor posture, jaw clenching, staring at screens all day. It tightens the muscles around the scalp and reduces circulation over time. Some people even notice headaches lessen after regular scalp massage because tension begins releasing. As you massage, the salt water helps break down excess oil and buildup, while lightly exfoliating dead skin cells. The scalp starts feeling lighter and cleaner almost immediately. After about 1 to 2 minutes, rinse thoroughly with lukewarm water. You can follow with a gentle shampoo if needed, especially if you use a lot of styling products. But many people notice they actually need less shampoo afterward because the scalp already feels refreshed. Now, I really want to say something important here because social media loves extremes. More is not better. You do not need to scrub your scalp aggressively every day. Overdoing salt treatments can irritate sensitive skin and create dryness. For most people, once every 1 to 2 weeks is enough as a gentle scalp reset. And honestly, one of the biggest hidden causes of scalp problems today is stress. High cortisol affects everything: oil production, inflammation, hair shedding, circulation, sleep quality, even tension in the scalp itself. Some people notice more hair falling out during periods of emotional stress, anxiety, burnout, or exhaustion. The body always responds to what's happening internally. That's why beauty can never fully separate from wellness. Your nervous system affects your skin. Your sleep affects your hair. Your stress affects inflammation. Everything is connected. Another thing people rarely think about is hard water buildup. Depending on where you live, minerals in shower water can slowly coat the scalp and hair over time, making hair feel dull, heavy, waxy, or difficult to clean properly. Sometimes people think their hair is damaged when it's actually buildup sitting on the strands and scalp. Gentle clarifying methods like this can help remove some of that residue naturally. The saltwater method can also help people who feel like their roots always fall flat. Product buildup and excess oil can weigh the hair down at the base. Once the scalp feels cleaner and circulation improves, hair often appears lighter and fuller at the roots. And let's talk about circulation for a second, because this matters more than people realize. Hair follicles rely on nutrients and blood flow. Scalp massage encourages movement and stimulation beneath the skin. It's one reason why scalp massage has remained part of beauty rituals across multiple cultures for generations. Not because it's trendy, but because people noticed results long before social media existed. Some people even combine this method with rosemary water, green tea rinses, or diluted rice water treatments afterward. Rosemary is especially popular because many people believe it supports scalp circulation naturally. Green tea contains antioxidants. Rice water has been used historically in Asian beauty traditions because of its amino acids and nutrients. But honestly, consistency matters more than having a complicated routine. A healthy scalp also needs balance. If your scalp is constantly stripped dry, it may actually produce more oil trying to protect itself. If it's overloaded with products, it can become congested. The goal is balance, not perfection. And something else I think deserves more attention. Your scalp ages too. Just like facial skin loses elasticity and circulation over time, the scalp changes as well. Supporting circulation, reducing tension, lowering inflammation, and protecting the scalp barrier become more important as we age. One of the simplest habits you can start doing daily is just taking 1 minute to massage your scalp gently while shampooing or before bed. Even that alone can help release tension and increase blood flow. Sometimes beauty changes happen through tiny, consistent habits, not dramatic overnight transformations. I also think people underestimate how emotional hair can feel. Hair is tied deeply to identity, femininity, confidence, softness, self-expression. So when hair feels unhealthy, flat, irritated, or starts shedding excessively, it can affect confidence more than people admit. That's why gentle rituals like this can feel calming emotionally too. They create moments where you reconnect with your body instead of criticizing it constantly. And if your scalp tends to feel itchy, greasy quickly, heavy, or coated, sometimes the answer isn't necessarily more expensive products. Sometimes the scalp simply needs to breathe again. Another small tip? Avoid piling conditioner directly onto the scalp unless it's specifically designed for scalp care. A lot of people unintentionally weigh down their roots by over-conditioning too high near the scalp area. Focus heavier moisture mainly on the mids and ends, unless your scalp is extremely dry. And one final thing that changed my perspective completely. Healthy hair growth takes time. Most people quit routines far too quickly because modern beauty culture expects instant results. But the scalp responds to consistency, nourishment, lower stress, hydration, sleep, circulation, and patience. Beauty is usually quieter than people think. It's the little things done repeatedly that slowly transform the body over time. So if your scalp has been feeling oily, irritated, flat, congested, or just unhealthy lately, try this gentle saltwater scalp reset and pay attention to how your hair feels afterward. Lighter, fresher, cleaner, more awake at the roots. And remember, your hair is growing from a living environment. When the scalp becomes healthier, the hair often follows naturally. If this video helped you, Save it for your next hair reset day and follow for more beauty and body hacks most people never hear about, but probably should.